Hey everyone, it's Rachel. Hey, so today might be kind of sort of quick, but who knows what we get into. So the question today is, what has God done for you? So when people are asked what God has done for them, you might be surprised by some of their answers. Whether you ask a believer, a non-believer, someone that's a newer believer, you're going to get answers to that all over the board. So you'll get things like, well, he saved me by grace. And, things like he has performed miracles of healing in my life. Um, then the non-believer will say nothing because they don't believe in him. But whether they believe in him or not, God is still there and he is still doing things for them for their good. So ask yourself, what has God done for you? For me personally, yes, he did save me, but he saved me from the sin that I was in. So my sins were, I was an alcoholic, I was a drug addict, when I was younger, I was promiscuous, and, I cussed like a sailor and drank like a fish. It's one of my favorite sayings. But, God saved me from that. He saved me from that lifestyle. But he also, a lot recently, has saved me from anger issues that I've always had. I've, being a redhead, I am temperamental. And so I have always kind of put that mantle on like it was so great, and no one's going to do this to me and no one's going to do that to me. And then it was okay for me to have a temper fit, flare, whatever you want to call it. And that was just my nature. Well, God has been slowly working on me throughout the years, and I don't have that burning temper and anger anymore that I've always had. And this is a recent thing. So he's been working on my heart for 20 years. 20 years. Because that's just how intense my anger has always been. So really the last year or so, that's what God has really done for me. He's really kind of taken um, the anger out of my heart. I mean, I still get irritated. I still get mad about stuff, but this is a rage that I always had. And so it's not good. It's not good for the body. It's not good for the heart. It's not good when you spew that on other people. So God has really, really been working on me throughout the last year or so to get that part of my life under control. Everything else, the drugs are gone, the drinking's gone, the other stuff is gone, but that was still just a burning flame within me that he just could not extinguish. It was every little thing would send me into a rager. But I've also changed my stance on how I deal with things. My husband had a stroke 7 years ago, and when he had the stroke, it caused some damage. He has epilepsy and things like that now. Well, it changed his personality. He was always a very quiet, easygoing guy, and suddenly he was not that person anymore. He had more of a temper than I had ever seen before. So I had to learn to start tempering the things that I said or the way I said them so it wouldn't set him off. And but I would still get irritated and things like that at people. But that really started really putting into motion the things that God wanted me to see. So living with a totally different personality out of my husband, it really started changing things. But behind the scenes, I was still, even in my mind, intensely raged. But I just couldn't show it in front of my husband because I didn't know how he would react. He was a totally different person. And so I kind of look at that analogy of how God can change a person just at the drop of a hat, you know? So what about you? What has God done for you? You know, not just helping you get a house or helping you get a car or, you know, a new promotion at work or, you know, a new baby or, you know, anything like that. But internally, what has God done for you internally? You know, we are allotted a great big helping of mercy and grace every single morning when we get out of bed. So we have a whole new day to start fresh. God gives it to us every single day. And so his love knows no conditions. It's unconditional. So, you know, what has God done for you today? What has he done for you lately? What has he done in the last month, the last year, the past 5 years internally? How has he changed you internally? So, anyway, we'll kind of leave that at that. I was going to do some other things, but it was too hard to teach those in with it. I figured that we would just kind of break this little study down a little bit further than what I intended. So if you're wanting to do some more, we'll do some more later. All right. Thanks. Bye.